Hey, welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're diving into an incredible story of transformation. Really, it's about how the absolute toughest circumstances can become the foundation for something truly hopeful. It's like a kind of alchemy happening in one of the world's most challenging places. And this right here is the core idea behind it all. It's a single, powerful mission from Kiza Echisco. It's not about just surviving on your own, but about building something that can care for everyone. So, who is this person who managed to turn such a powerful vision into a reality? Well, to really get the why behind her work, we have to start with the journey. And Kiza Echisco's story, it really begins with staggering loss, but also unbelievable resilience. Her early life was just shaped by immense hardship. She was born in the Democratic Republic of Congo, and then, at just 10 years old, she was orphaned. Later, war forced her from her home, and in 2013, as a young adult, she arrived at the Kakuma refugee camp in Kenya. And this part of the story is absolutely crucial. She didn't get there alone. No, she arrived as the only caregiver for her young niece and nephews who had just tragically lost their own parents. I mean, just try to imagine that for a second. You're in a new, completely uncertain place, and you're already responsible for 3 little kids. The stakes for her were just incredibly high from the moment she arrived. So how does someone even begin to process that kind of pain? Well, for Kiza, this is where her story takes a pivot. She started to, quite literally, forge her pain into a powerful, driving purpose. You can see this incredible contrast right here. On one side, you have the circumstances that were forced on her, but on the other, you have the choices she made. Instead of letting that hardship define her, Kiza started preparing. She went out and actively sought training to become a leader, to become someone who could make a difference. And the skills she built, they weren't random at all. They were incredibly strategic. Leadership and child policy, well, that was to protect the most vulnerable. Entrepreneurship and agronomy, that's for building self-sufficiency. Paralegal skills to navigate a really complex system. And even meditation, to build that inner resilience you need to keep going. This became the rock-solid foundation for everything she would build next. So with that amazing foundation of skills, and of course her own lived experience, Kiza launched something called the Youth Empowerment and Talent Center, or YETC for short. It's the direct result of her journey, a place she designed to give other kids the very hope that she herself once struggled to find. So what exactly is YETC? It's a safe place, a hub for meals, education, and developing kids' talents. But its real mission, the deeper mission, is right there in those final words: to help children learn, belong, and imagine. It's about more than just the basics. It's about restoring the very possibility of a future. Okay, so that's the beautiful vision. Now let's get into how YUT actually puts this into practice. Because this isn't just about handing out aid. It really is a kind of community alchemy, turning these shared struggles into a shared strength. Their model is this really powerful 3-part approach. First, you've got practical support, for the immediate needs. Second, they focus on skills that travel. These are tools that give people real agency over their own lives. And third, and this is maybe the most important piece of the puzzle, is fostering a culture of mutual care so that nobody has to feel like they're standing all alone. And here are just a few real-world examples. They teach things like permaculture and entrepreneurship to teenage single mothers, which is brilliant because it combines food security with economic dignity. They organize community tree planting projects, which connects repairing the environment with creating new livelihoods. You see, it's a whole system where every single action serves more than one purpose. So, the big question, is this alchemy actually working? The answer is a huge, resounding yes. The momentum is real and you can see the impact, creating these ripples all through the community. I mean, look at this. The progress is tangible. A school structure is already up. The courses are running. And this is the key. The community itself is getting involved. Neighbors and local authorities see the difference YETC is making, and now they're stepping up to help. That core mission, making sure no child stands alone, it's actually becoming a reality. And this final quote, wow, it's just so simple and powerful. It's a plea, really. After all the descriptions and explanations, what Kiza says is needed most is for the world to just see. To see the faces, to see the school they're building, to see the gardens, to see this community in action. It's such a vital reminder that behind all the data and the slides are real people, building a real future that we can all bear witness to. And that leaves us with this final thought to chew on. Kiza's story shows us what's possible when hope isn't just treated as some passive, fuzzy feeling,
but as an active, intentional structure, something you build brick by brick for an entire community. It just makes you wonder, what else could we build if we all started seeing hope in that same way?